Picture this. It's 2:14 in the morning. You're finally asleep, and then, bam, your calf grabs like a vice. You bolt upright, toes frozen, pain shooting up your leg. You try to stand, but the muscle is locked. If this feels familiar, here's the twist most people miss. What you put on your plate during the day can whisper to your muscles at night. The right foods can help your legs relax, balance the minerals your nerves need to fire smoothly, and keep you from doing that midnight hop out of bed. Tonight I'm going to show you 5 simple foods with exact amounts, smart timing, and easy pairings you can start using immediately. And a friendly reminder you don't often hear. Electrolyte balance is not just about potassium. If you're over 60, the real secret is the relationship between sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, and that's exactly where most people go wrong. Let's talk about why leg cramps seem to show up more often after 60. First, muscle mass naturally decreases with age, which means the same activities, walking, gardening, climbing stairs, can fatigue the muscles sooner and make them more twitchy at night. Second, our thirst signals dull a bit as we get older, so it's easy to drink less than we need during the day without realizing it. Less fluid means blood volume dips and electrolytes become more concentrated or more diluted at the wrong times, and that can trigger spasms. Third, circulation can slow with age, especially if you sit for long stretches, if you have varicose veins, or if your feet swell by evening. Muscles love steady blood flow. Without it, they complain. And fourth, medications matter. Diuretics for blood pressure, some laxatives, certain cholesterol medications, and even thyroid or mood medicines can nudge electrolytes off balance or make muscles more sensitive. None of that means you have to live with cramps. It just means your body is sending you a message, and food is one of the gentlest ways to talk back. Hydration and electrolytes often get mixed up, so let's make it simple. Hydration is the water your body carries around. Electrolytes are the minerals dissolved in that water, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, that help muscles contract and relax and help nerves send clean signals. Think of electrolytes like a choir. Potassium sets the tone inside the cell. Sodium sets the tone outside the cell. Magnesium helps the music flow smoothly so muscles don't lock. And calcium is the conductor that starts the contraction and then steps back when the job is done. Too much of any one voice without the others, and everything sounds off. That's why simply chugging water late at night can sometimes make cramps worse. If you dilute sodium too much or wake up every hour to use the bathroom, your muscles still won't be happy. The goal is steady fluid during the day and balanced minerals from real foods. Before we get practical, a quick word about safety. This video is for education, not a diagnosis or a prescription. If you have kidney disease, heart failure, or thyroid problems, or if you take diuretics, ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone, blood thinners, or laxatives, the way you handle electrolytes may be different. If you've ever been told you have high potassium, low sodium, or problems with calcium, talk to your doctor or dietitian before making big changes. And if cramps began right after a new medication, especially a statin, a diuretic, or a thyroid dose change, bring that up at your next visit. The goal here is to help you build a calm, consistent routine that your doctor can support. Here's how to get the most out of this video. For the next 7 nights, choose 1 or 2 of the foods I'm going to show you and use them exactly as I describe. Keep a tiny notebook by your bed. Each morning, jot down what you ate, the portion, what time you ate it, how thirsty you felt at bedtime, and whether you had cramps. Rate them from 0 to 10. 0 means no cramps, 10 means the dreaded calf clamp. Also write how rested you feel when you wake up. Patterns show up quickly when you measure. And to protect your sleep, try to drink most of your fluids earlier in the day. Aim to have your last 200 to 300 milliliters, a modest glass, about 60 to 90 minutes before bed so you're not up all night in the bathroom. Let's get into the 5 foods. We'll start with one you probably already know but might not be using strategically: avocado. Half of a medium avocado delivers a generous hit of potassium along with some magnesium and fiber, and that combination matters. Potassium helps muscles fire smoothly, magnesium helps them unclench afterward, and the healthy fats keep your blood sugar steady for hours so your legs aren't jittery at midnight. Here's the plan. Enjoy half an avocado at lunch or as a mid-afternoon snack. Squeeze over a little lemon or lime and add a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil so it tastes bright and satisfying. Pair it with protein. Think a boiled egg, a piece of grilled chicken, or a scoop of canned tuna, because protein repairs muscle tissue and can reduce the tiny micro-irritations that set you up for nighttime cramps. A simple plate could be a green salad, half an avocado sliced on top, a boiled egg, and a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. If you love toast, spread the avocado on a slice of whole grain bread at lunchtime and add a few tomato slices and a pinch of salt. Timing matters. Eating this earlier in the day lets your body absorb and distribute the minerals well before bedtime. Now, one caution. If you have reduced kidney function or have ever been told your potassium is high, check with your clinician before making avocado a daily habit. And if you take medications that raise potassium, you may still enjoy avocado occasionally, but choose a smaller portion and keep your doctor in the loop. Food number 2, dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and arugula. These are quiet heroes for your legs because they bring magnesium and calcium together, and they naturally contain nitrates that support blood flow by helping your blood vessels relax. Better circulation means happier calves and feet at night. Try a quick sauté at lunch or dinner. Warm a pan, add a little olive oil, toss in 2 heaping handfuls of chopped greens, and cook for just 2 to 3 minutes until they soften. Finish with a squeeze of lemon and a small clove of garlic minced in the last minute. If you prefer a soft, cozy dinner, make a creamy green soup in the afternoon. Simmer onion, celery, a small potato or white bean for body, and a mountain of greens in low-sodium broth. Blend smooth and enjoy a bowl in the evening. For a calcium bonus, sprinkle a teaspoon of sesame seeds on top. The taste is mild, the minerals are real, and your legs will notice. If you take warfarin or another vitamin K, sensitive anticoagulant, keep your greens intake consistent from day to day and let your clinic know your usual pattern. The key is steady, not stop and start. If you've dealt with kidney stones and worry about oxalates in spinach, just rotate with kale or arugula and blanch or sauté spinach rather than eating huge bowls of it raw. Food number 3, legumes, beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Half a cup of cooked legumes at lunch or dinner is a mineral gift. Magnesium to help muscles release, potassium to support healthy contraction, and B vitamins to keep your nerves wiring in good shape. A simple, satisfying plate is half a cup of seasoned lentils with a scoop of brown or basmati rice and a side of sautéed greens. Or fold half a cup of chickpeas into a salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, parsley, lemon, and a drizzle of olive oil. If you prefer black beans or kidney beans, perfect. Just rinse canned beans under water to reduce sodium if you're watching it. If beans make you gassy, try this. Soak dried beans for 8 to 12 hours, discard the soaking water, and cook them until very tender with a bay leaf or a piece of kombu seaweed if you have it. Lentils, especially red or French green lentils, tend to be gentler on the gut and cook quickly. Start with smaller portions if your stomach is sensitive and build up as your digestion adapts. The fiber in legumes also smooths blood sugar across the evening, which may reduce those middle-of-the-night muscle jolts. Food number 4, plain yogurt or kefir, unsweetened. Calcium isn't just for bones. It's essential for the on-off switch of muscle contraction and relaxation. Protein in yogurt or kefir also feeds and repairs muscle tissue. And the beneficial bacteria support a healthy microbiome, which influences everything from inflammation to nutrient absorption. Try one small pot, about 150 to 170 grams, between 4 and 6 p.m. Stir in a tablespoon of chia or ground flaxseed for extra magnesium and a gentle fiber boost that won't spike your blood sugar. If you like flavor, add a shake of cinnamon and a couple of drops of vanilla extract. If you're sensitive to lactose, look for lactose-free yogurt or choose kefir, which many people digest more easily. If reflux bothers you, pick a thicker, strained yogurt and avoid lying down right after eating. And as always, skip the added sugar. Your muscles need minerals and protein, not a sugar surge. Food number 5, the humble potato, cooked with the skin and then cooled. A medium potato with the skin is naturally rich in potassium, and when you cook it and then chill it for several hours, some of its starch turns into resistant starch, which your body digests more slowly. That can mean steadier energy through the night and fewer blood sugar dips that make muscles irritable. Here's the move. In the afternoon, boil or roast a medium potato until tender. Let it cool and pop it into the fridge. At dinner, reheat it gently. Either warm it in the oven or slice and pan-sear it in a little olive oil. Season with rosemary or thyme and a pinch of salt, and serve it alongside a piece of fish or chicken and a mound of leafy greens. Keep the portion to 1 medium potato if you have diabetes or insulin resistance, and always balance it with protein and fiber from vegetables. This is not about eating a pile of fries at night. It's about giving your body a gentle, mineral-rich starch in a form that treats your system kindly. Now, there are a couple of bonus hydration strategies for hot days or whenever you've been sweating more. Maybe you took a long walk, did yard work, or the room was warm. Start with mineral water that naturally contains a little sodium and other trace minerals. Add a slice of lemon and sip it during the afternoon. If you enjoy soup, a light homemade vegetable broth with a small pinch of salt can be wonderfully hydrating and soothing. Coconut water can be useful too, but it's high in natural sugar and potassium, so dilute it half and half with water and keep the portion sensible, especially if you have diabetes or have been told to limit potassium. If you have high blood pressure, heart failure, or kidney problems, talk to your doctor about how much sodium and potassium are right for you, and keep your choices consistent day to day. Equally important is what to avoid late in the evening. Alcohol can dehydrate you and disrupt sleep architecture, so keep it modest and avoid it close to bedtime. Diuretic herbal teas, like strong dandelion or very large mugs of green tea, can send you to the bathroom all night and leave you cramp-prone by 3 a.m. And too much caffeine in the afternoon can make muscles twitchy and sleep shallow. A special note about supplements: please don't start magnesium or potassium pills on your own at night because you heard they stop cramps. They can help in the right person, but they can also cause stomach upset, diarrhea, or dangerous shifts in electrolytes, especially if you take heart or blood pressure medications. Food first is safer, gentler, and often all you need. Let's build a quick 3-step anti-cramp routine you can do every evening with your food plan. First, have 200 to 300 milliliters of fluid, about 1 modest glass, no closer than 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That might be mineral water with lemon or your light broth. This supports circulation without waking you repeatedly. Second, stretch your calves and hamstrings. Face a wall, place your hands on it, step 1 foot back, and keep that back knee straight and heel down. Hold for 30 seconds, switch sides, and repeat. Then sit on the edge of your bed, extend one leg straight, flex your ankles so your toes point toward you, and gently hinge forward until you feel a stretch along the back of your thigh. Hold 30 seconds per side, twice. Finally, stand and do 20 slow toe raises, holding the back of a chair. Rise up onto your toes for a count of 2, and lower for a count of 3. This pumps blood through the calves, reminding the muscle fibers how to fire in a coordinated way before you sleep. If you have varicose veins or your legs feel heavy by evening, consider wearing light compression socks during the day after discussing it with your clinician. They can reduce pooling and swelling. Take them off at night unless your doctor says otherwise. There are also a few red flags you should know about. If you have severe pain in one leg with swelling and warmth or redness, especially if it came on suddenly, that needs urgent evaluation to rule out a blood clot. If cramps come with persistent weakness, numbness, or trouble moving your foot, that could point to a nerve issue in your back or leg. Get that checked. And if you've had intense exercise or heat exposure and then notice dark, tea-colored urine with extreme weakness, that can be a sign of muscle injury that needs immediate care. Trust your instincts. If something feels different or scary, don't wait. Now let me give you a simple 7-day plan so you can test this at home and see results. On days 1 and 2, build lunch around half an avocado and a good protein. That might be a salad with eggs or chicken, or avocado on whole grain toast with tuna and tomatoes. Add a pile of leafy greens on the side. Drink most of your water earlier in the day and keep that last glass to 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Write down how the night goes. On day 3, make dark leafy greens the star at dinner. Sauté them with garlic and lemon, and add a small serving of pre-cooked, cooled potato reheated with herbs. Keep the portion to 1 medium potato, and balance it with protein like fish or tofu. On day 4, build lunch around legumes. Half a cup of lentils or beans, a scoop of brown rice or basmati, and a side of greens. If you can, take a gentle 10 to 15-minute walk in the late afternoon. Motion helps blood flow and tells your calves to play nicely later. On day 5, have a small pot of plain yogurt or kefir in the late afternoon with a tablespoon of chia or ground flaxseed, cinnamon, and a drop of vanilla. Keep dinner light and balanced. On day 6, look back at your notes and repeat the day that gave you the calmest night. Tweak your fluids so that you're not thirsty at bedtime but also not waking to use the bathroom every hour. On day 7, if it's been warm or you've sweated more, include a light homemade broth or a glass of mineral water with lemon in the afternoon, or a small diluted coconut water if appropriate for you. Then review your week. Which foods or timings gave you the best sleep? Keep those, and rotate the others in as needed. To help you imagine this in real life, let's walk through what a calm leg day can look like. You wake up and have your usual breakfast, maybe scrambled eggs with tomatoes and a slice of whole grain toast, or oatmeal with a few walnuts. Through the morning, you sip plain water or mineral water. At lunch, you build that avocado plate. Half an avocado with lemon and olive oil, a boiled egg, and a big salad of mixed greens. Mid-afternoon, you have a cup of herbal tea that's not diuretic, rooibos, or chamomile, with a small yogurt if it's your dairy day, or fruit if it's not. You take a short walk, stretch for 2 minutes, and then enjoy a balanced dinner. A piece of salmon or chicken, sautéed kale with garlic and lemon, and your cooled and reheated potato with rosemary. You finish the evening with your last modest glass of fluid about an hour before bed. Before lights out, you do your calf and hamstring stretches and 20-toe raises. Your legs feel warm and supple. When the lights go off, your muscles have what they need: steady fluid, balanced minerals, and good blood flow. That's the recipe for quieter nights. If you love variety, here are a few more easy swaps that still serve the same goals. No avocado today? Sprinkle a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds over your salad for a little magnesium and healthy fats. And make sure your dinner includes a potassium-rich side like that potato or a serving of white beans. Not in the mood for kale? Try arugula with a lemony dressing at lunch and a spinach and mushroom omelet at dinner. Sensitive to beans? Keep lentils as your first stop. They're usually gentler. And if dairy doesn't suit you, consider a calcium-fortified, unsweetened alternative milk with your afternoon snack, and be extra consistent with your greens at dinner. The theme is balance. Small, steady doses of the minerals your muscles crave, delivered by foods you enjoy. Let's talk quickly about salt, because it's part of the orchestra, too. If you sweat a lot during the day, gardening, walking in heat, or exercising, your body loses sodium along with water. Replacing a little of that with mineral water or lightly salted broth can prevent the over-diluted feeling that leads to twitchy muscles at night. On the other hand, if you've been told to limit sodium for blood pressure or heart failure, stick with your clinician's advice and keep your intake consistent. Consistency is a powerful medicine all by itself. Your muscles thrive on routine. Another small but mighty tip is to keep your legs moving gently during the day. Long stretches of sitting, especially with your knees bent and your feet dangling, can let blood pool in the lower legs. Every hour, stand up for a minute, roll through your feet from heel to toe 10 times, or do a quick set of toe raises. None of this needs to be dramatic. It just needs to be consistent. Evening warmth can help too. A warm foot bath for 10 minutes after dinner, followed by your stretches, tells your nervous system it's safe to downshift. By now, you've likely noticed the pattern. Each of the 5 foods offers a slightly different piece of the puzzle. Avocado brings robust potassium with steady healthy fats. Dark leafy greens deliver magnesium, calcium, and nitric oxide, supporting compounds for blood flow. Legumes contribute magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins to keep nerves calm. Yogurt or kefir supplies calcium and protein along with a microbiome boost. And the cooled potato gives you potassium in a way that steadies the night. Rotate them, pair them with protein, and put most of your fluids earlier in the day. Layer in those few minutes of stretching, and you'll be stacking the deck in favor of peaceful, strong legs. If at any point you notice a food consistently seems to trigger reflux, stomach upset, or unusual swelling, adjust. You can get the same minerals from another source. For example, if avocado doesn't agree with you, Choose a small banana with peanut butter at lunch and make sure dinner includes a leafy green side. If dairy is out, keep greens and legumes steady and consider lactose-free kefir or a probiotic capsule discussed with your doctor. And if a new medication lines up exactly with the day cramps began, write that down and bring it to your next appointment. You deserve to sleep without pain, and sometimes a tiny change in timing or dosage is all it takes. Now take a breath and imagine your week 7 days from now. Your notebook has a handful of entries. You can see the pattern. Maybe day 3, the greens plus the cooled potato, gave you a completely quiet night. Maybe day 1, the avocado salad, reduced cramps from an 8 to a 3. You've learned that your best fluid window is after lunch and early evening, not right before bed. You've learned that a 10-minute walk at 5 p.m. makes your calves behave. And you've found a simple dinner that feels good in your body. That's powerful information. You just turned guesswork into a plan. Cramps are not a punishment of age. They are a signal that your muscles want better balance, steady circulation, and small, consistent care. With the 5 foods we talked about, avocado, dark leafy greens, legumes, plain yogurt or kefir, and a cooled and reheated potato, you can feed your muscles what they need. Add the evening stretches, the smart hydration, and the awareness of red flags, and your nights can change. If you found this useful, you'll love the next video where we go even deeper into the movement side. 5 simple nighttime stretches you can do in just 3 minutes to calm your calves and hamstrings before bed. Click over to that now, and let's help your legs rest easy.